YouTube, this is Archie here with another haunting place in Fitchburg, Mass. As you can see, the signs raised high, no trespassing, keep out. But I've been wondering about this property for years due to the fact that it has been out for many, many years. As you can see, the house up here on top. And it is an apple orchard. We're on Fisher Road in Fitchburg, Mass. The only reason why I bring you here today, not only for haunted places, but I believe, and have good reason to believe, that this was the house that the old cursed Able Baldwin lived. Now, due to the fact that I've been searching and searching and searching, and oh man, I don't know. Something did come up last week. I've been meaning to get over here. And it's said that Able Baldwin, and I don't know how much I can believe the internet. Like I say, sometimes you can't always go on the internet, but this specifically said it was in one of them textbooks that come up, like of history of Fitchburg, Mass. Now, if anybody knows what these stupid things are, they're them pages that come up that you can barely read. And if you try to, widen the phone to make the thing, blow up so you can read it better, it still comes in blurry. But I happen to caught, I think them textbook things are very truthful and helpful. But if you can, the only way you can get them out to read them better, I think, is to print them, which sucks. I got no money, but I was able to read this one. And sometimes when they do these text things on the friggin' internet too, even though it was a page, something else came up, and I know that it was written truthfully, is because when you start getting symbols in the goddamn sentences and the words come out all screwy, well, then there you go. You know that someone tried typing it out, because I have done that. Typed something out and it came out with all these damn symbols in it. I'm like, what the hell is this? Pissed me off one day. I wrote out a whole thing and it just came out half symbols, half, screwy. But did mention something about Able Baldwin living and owning an apple orchard farm. And this, so be it. But there are a few other farms around here that were apple orchards, and there is one on Pearl Hill Road that actually is for sale now. But I do not believe that was the one, because that was, I could swear that would look like a two-family house that I passed by. This one is a single family. So and the way this house has been, I'm gonna get in and start driving now, because I don't want people around here, of course. So, hello, police, like I always get. But what I was gonna say, the reason why I believe it's this one is because this house, like I said, has been down for many, many years. I used to run the rubbish route throughout this run and deliver dumpsters out here on Fisher Road since the late 90s. That tells you something. And this farm has been down and out that long. And as you can see, the trees still, the fields of the trees of the apples still sit there. But the only reason why I think that one is it is because of the simple fact that no one's ever tried renovating it, buying it, or so forth. Why does it just sit there? If Able Baldwin is haunting it, there's your answer. Now there is another area also, and oh, mind you that this area here of Fisher Road and Fitchburg is on the outskirts of the hill that I believe, and that I can say now that I know, Burbank Hospital Hill is on the outskirts. I mean, this area is on the outskirts of that. So, that being said, you know, crazy shit. Evil shit. But, anyways, there is another thing. There is a Macintosh Road in Fitchburg. And that is over Ashburnham Hill Road. If you go up farther north for Williams Road. And that leaves the Alpine Road. And I can say also that might also be an area, but there is no apple orchard over there unless they tore it down or whatnot, or rip the trees out, but still a little bit of farmland up there. I don't know if that maybe be one of the areas, because that was one of the words that came up in this article. Like I said, when symbols and stuff, Macintosh was like one of the words. It wasn't written out in that way of the correct spelling, but it was written out where I could understand it and say, hey, that looks like Macintosh. So I did go over there and check. I will take another spin over there, do a visual with the phone and everything, of course. But as you can see, here we are on John Fitch Highway. You go this way, take a right, and that leads out the Burbank Hospital way, and so forth. And like I say, I'm going to take a visual on that farmhouse too. That's for sale on Pearl Hill Road, that is the road we just came off of. All that connects. So I mean, there's 2 apple orchards up in that area, but finding the right one, like I say, yep. I mean, I don't know if I go down to the city hall and see if the records or whatever I have to do to check on the property and land of who owned it in the past. I don't even know if they'll even tell me, but I mean, I'm gonna try that route too. But yeah, what I think though, that house up there on that hill, many years vacant. I believe that was Able Baldwin's house, but I could be wrong. You never know. But just for the fact that as long as it's been down, and I mean, it could have been down longer than that before I started rubbish rooting and heading up that way. I mean, I've lived in this town since 1984, but never once, of course, traveled up in them woods up until the late 90s. And like I said, rubbish root. And one time a buddy of mine lived up there and blah blah blah. But it's just insane how stuff just starts popping up. Sometimes you can search and find nothing. Other times things just pop right up. There it is. That's what happens with me. I find shit that disappears. I find stuff that just comes into play. So, that being said, it's just insane. But that Able Baldwin boy, he's left a mark and scar in my head. Even though he's been dead since probably the late early 1900s, late 1800s. Due to what happened to trying to get into the church he cursed. Still trying to come to terms with that. But who knows? I dig deep for things, and I don't want to give up trying to find, because this is a passion now of mine, and like I said, this will be a full-time job at one point, bringing you live to all places. But for that to happen to me, which I've always believed in ghosts, Obviously, maybe it's just a sign for Mr. Able Baldwin that ghosts do exist and people should believe. So I'm on a mission. I'll find this guy, rack up his grave again, and maybe I'll set him to rest. Tell him to cool his balls off. Stop setting fires. You old miserable prick. But anyways, like I said, I will make you a sure believer, because when I go places, a lot of times I'm by myself. Shit happens. Believe. If you don't, you don't. You just have to learn the hard way. When I die and come back as a ghost, I'm gonna haunt all you people still living, youngins. Look out! 'Cause I'll still be on a mission when I'm dead. I'm not leaving this earth. I'd rather sit here and dwell in my dwellings and come to you and scream in your face, say I'm over here on the other side. Can make everybody believe, even when I'm dead. Till that next video, YouTube Nation. Be safe, take care, and hope you enjoy my journeys I bring you on. 'Cause I'm finding ghosts. Alright. Anyway, watch out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't do this while you're driving, not recommended. I'm trying to make myself a ghost already. Out!